Hello everybody, welcome back to Iggy's Kicks.
Rap it every day, eh? I ain't feeling them fakes. They don't entertain, eh?
Iggy right here, out at 1011 Oak, and here's Qais.
What's going on?
And I'm gonna ask him a few questions here to ask him about sneaker culture and sneaker life and how they start doing the resale business and stuff. So the first question is, so which sneaker started it all for you, and why was it so important to your life?
That's funny. Man, I was a kid growing up in Alameda, San Leandro, and I really liked Jordans and Nikes, you know, just like everybody else, but my folks was not buying those for me. So growing up, you know, I was hunting down kicks on the internet, you know, and I came across this shoe site. It was guaranteed all fakes because the prices were like 80 to 100 bucks.
Cheap.
And so the first pair of shoes I like went on my own and got with a little bit of money I saved was like a fake pair of Concords. And so because you know everybody saw NJ in the Concords, so I wanted to get those too, but you know my parents weren't shelling out $200-300 for kicks. And so my first pair, I guess you could say, was a pair of fakes with some Concords. The first real pair of J's I came across was my 13 playoffs. And that's when I was, you know, an adult, and I was able to work and save up and get you know, some money for shoes. Growing up, my parents weren't shelling out hundreds of dollars for me to just to bust around in and beat up. So I had to get my first real pair when I was an adult.
How old were you by?
I was 18.
18?
Yeah.
What job did you have?
I was working at Nike in San Leandro clearance store.
Oh,
I was there at 18 in San Leandro. Yeah, my first check, I called up Nike Town to see if they had the silver foam posits, and they didn't. They were like, man, we just sold out. So I went online, did some hunting down, and I found the playoff 13s.
Wow.
And those are my first real pair.
And did you play ball in them, or did you walk casually in them?
No, I took care of those things. I don't even think I put my foot in them for like a couple of months. But then like I loved them so much, I beat those up, man.
You beat those up? Nice.
I beat them up. Yeah.
Fantastic. I like that you wore it, because like,
Yeah.
what's a shoe that you like? I feel like you should be able to wear it, you know?
Yeah.
And not just idolize it forever, right?
I know. Some people, when they get too deep in their collections, it's like you just forget about it, or it's new and you never want to beat it up.
It's
I
a
feel
random
that.
item then.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel that, but eventually you got to throw a wear into each pair.
And don't you feel like shoes has come out so often that eventually it's going to come out again, or you feel like the shoes is still obtainable regardless?
I definitely feel that. I've been into sneaker culture for about 7-8 years, and it's a little surprising to see the turnaround on some pairs, because in that short time period I feel like I've been collecting, I've already seen some shoes come out twice.
Right?
And so that I was kind of like blown away. I was like, dude, this shoe just came out like 3 years ago, and it's already been turned around.
Guys, so what's the most expensive sneaker in the store?
That's tough, man. We got a few pairs up there. Some pairs we didn't even put a price tag on because they're not for sale, or they're shop exclusives. Well, come on, let's take a look at what
let's
we
go.
Excuse me. So I would say most likely the most expensive pair for sale. Most expensive pair for sale would be the What the Dunks.
The What the Dunk. It's right here. What's the price tag on this currently, you think?
2,500.
2,500.
2,500. We paid a pretty penny for them, so it's not like we got these bad boys for retail. We paid a pretty penny for them.
Okay, cool.
There is another shoe in here that I would assume is priceless. I got it over here in the back.
Sort of like an antique treasure item.
These are our gems, our trophies right here. That's a Tinker Hatfield autographed Jordan 3 and a Michael Jordan autographed Jordan 23.
Wow. what range do you think those prices would go for?
Oh man, we bought them for a couple G's, so
Yeah.
somewhere above there. Those came in the shop at a couple G's, somewhere above that.
For sure. Nice. Quite expensive. So what makes 1011 different from other consignment shops, and does price or exclusivity play a role in it?
Definitely. So we're 1011. This is our shop here in Oakland, California. And first we saw a vacancy in Oakland for something like this, and so we wanted to provide Oakland with a premium sneaker experience unlike they've seen before. The difference between our shops and others is I feel like we have a wide variety. We have everything from Pumas, Vans, Asics, New Balance, a lot of shoes that would make you like scratch your head, a lot of European brands in here, all outside of the normal umbrella of Nike, Adidas, Jordan, and the ones that are more popular. So our variety, our locale, our shop aesthetic, I feel like definitely differentiates us from the norm. Our prices wise, we did extensive research on our prices. We went through all the local shops here in the Bay Area's market. We went through the national market, GOAT, StockX, the whole nine, Flight Club, to make sure we're not killing people over the top. But our prices are competitive. We have anything from $40-$30 in here to, like you saw earlier, a couple $1,000s in here. So we're priced competitively. So we're not trying to hit nobody over the head over some shoes. And plus, like, being in this environment of Oakland, our goals and ambitions are definitely way larger than just being in a shoe store. We definitely have plans to interact and be involved in the community here in Oakland. There's so much opportunity. So much of our passion comes from this city that it's too good of an opportunity to pass up on being involved in this great community that we have in Oakland. And we definitely feel like with the tools around us, we can definitely provide Oakland something that Oakland would appreciate just as much as we would.
Quick question. I know this is a little too early for because you just opened it all. Now that you're saying like you're getting into like a smaller market or different markets, would you ever get into like the hype clothing market?
As a business perspective, you would almost have to. It just depends what you put out there. I mean, when you say like hype clothing line, like if I make all Kanye inspired tees like people
Or like,
do.
would you sell Supreme, consign Supreme?
Consign
or
Supreme.
Babe, or
Most likely, yeah. That stuff will come.
Most likely
Once we're
future.
buying, yeah, people will start bringing that stuff up. I mean, there's high demand for it.
Definitely.
So there's definitely a margin to make a profit off of all that. So definitely, but we do have our own brand, 1011, same name as our shop, that we release product on. As far as that like hype clothing, like Babe Supreme, that stuff's cool. Don't get me wrong, this stuff's very cool. And so we do plan on having it in the shop. Just we'll see where our own clothing line goes in the future.
For sure. Thanks for your time, and thanks for having me here.
Got you, bro.